Welcome back to Entertainment Insider. I'm Jane, and today we're talking about a quiet but emotional Hollywood split. Todd Bridges and Bettijo Hirschi are separating, and the story is layered with faith, family, and change. Welcome back to Entertainment Insider. I'm Jane, and today's story feels soft-spoken but heavy at the same time. Todd Bridges, yes, Willis from Diff'rent Strokes, has announced he's separating from his wife, Bettijo Hirschi. No scandal, no drama headlines, just a statement full of prayer, gratitude, and quiet reflection. Joining me is Alex Rivera, pop culture analyst. Alex, when you read Todd's statement, what stood out?
Honestly, Jane, the tone stopped me. It wasn't defensive or vague. It felt intentional, grounded, and very faith-centered. He kept emphasizing gratitude, lessons learned, and peace, which is rare in celebrity breakups.
Right. He said this came after much prayer and reflection, and that's a powerful phrase. Let's rewind for a moment. Their love story actually moved pretty fast, didn't it?
Very fast. They met in January 2022 in a pretty unusual way through a dating profile shown as market research. Within 6 months, Todd proposed, and by September 2022, they were married.
9 months from meeting to wedding. That's a whirlwind, even by Hollywood standards. But it wasn't just two people falling in love. This was a blended family.
Exactly. Todd came in with 2 adult children, and Bettijo brought 4 kids of her own. Blending families adds layers of responsibility, emotion, and pressure that people often underestimate.
Todd has talked before about how meaningful family is to him, especially after his past struggles. He's been very open about sobriety, healing, and rebuilding his life.
Yes, and that context matters. Todd's journey has been about survival, growth, and faith. So when he frames this split as a season of change, it feels consistent with how he views life.
One thing that caught my attention was how he spoke about Bettijo. There was no bitterness.
None at all. He thanked God for their time together and said he continues to lift her up in prayer. That's not language you hear when things end badly.
And yet, fans were still shocked. Why do you think this news hit people emotionally?
I think because Todd represents resilience. People root for him. Seeing someone who's fought so hard still face heartbreak reminds us that growth doesn't mean immunity.
That's such an important point. Healing doesn't mean life suddenly becomes perfect. We should also address the online rumors that popped up after the announcement.
Yes, unfortunately, baseless speculation about Bettijo started circulating almost immediately. There's absolutely no evidence behind those claims, and they distract from the real human story here.
It's frustrating how quickly the internet fills silence with assumptions. Todd actually asked for privacy, which feels completely reasonable.
It does. And it also shows boundaries, which is something he didn't always have earlier in his career.
Let's zoom out. Todd is the last surviving original cast member of Diff'rent Strokes. That legacy carries weight, doesn't it?
Absolutely. He's seen loss, fame, and tragedy up close. That history gives his words about gratitude and prayer a deeper resonance.
So when people ask, what went wrong? Maybe that's the wrong question.
I agree. Sometimes the question is, what changed, not who failed. Todd himself said there was no scandal, just a mutual realization.
And maybe that's the takeaway. Not every ending is a collapse. Some endings are quiet decisions made with respect.
Exactly. And in a celebrity culture addicted to chaos, that kind of ending feels almost radical.
As we wrap up, what do you think this moment says about Todd Bridges today?
It says he's someone who chooses reflection over reaction, and that even in heartbreak, he's committed to faith, dignity, and forward movement.
That's beautifully said. Todd Bridges and Bettijo Hirschi may be closing a chapter, but they're doing it with grace. And sometimes, that's the most human ending of all. Thanks for listening to Entertainment Insider. If you enjoyed this conversation, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Entertainment Insider, for more stories that go beyond the headlines.